Lower bracket final, Lin versus Sok. Basically the same scenario as yesterday when Chimiko faced Moon. The Korean human is under so much pressure. If he loses this, he's not really out of GCS yet, but he's tied then with Chimiko and Lawliot. And if both of them reach the top 4, then he would be out without being able to do anything. And Lin is not really the best player to be up against, because you can see... oops, I didn't update this yet. Lin versus Sok it is, of course. Only 13%. This is just ridiculous statistics for Sok in this matchup. He, in general, Sok is okay versus Orc, 50%. But Lin versus Human is at 58%. In direct comparison, it's 7 maps to 1 in favor of Lin. So, Sok winning would be gigantic. If Lin wins, he's qualified for GCS. Pretty sure about that, since Sok can't surpass him then anymore. And he would be the 3rd Korean qualified with 19 points in general. We go into map number 1. It is played on Terrana Stand. And before that, we have a new sub here. Thank you, Schwipsknuddel. It's a pretty cool nickname, man. Much appreciated, and hopefully you enjoy your replay packs and no commercials on this channel. So, what do we see? It's a Blade Master. In this matchup, we've seen a lot of Farseer. This is the matchup that's changed the most, I guess, in 1.29. But Lin deciding to go for the tried and true Blade Master, while Sok has an Archmage here. In general, Lin is only really scared of Romantic in this matchup, as far as I know from talking to him. And Sok shouldn't really be an opponent. We have seen a very, very weak performance of Sok versus Undead today. Where WFZ defeated him 2-1, but maybe it was just Wufa Zhen's time. And again, as in the same matchup against, or not the same matchup, but as in the matchup against WFZ, he's going for the shop first, which is a little more viable, I guess, in here, because you don't rely on your expansion here, you rely more on the tower push, or a tower supported push, or... so level 3 is absolutely mandatory for this Archmage. Getting a Lightning Shield here as well, so maybe Water Elemental drop into the base. We have another supporter here, the Crestfallen 101 bits. Just want to grab the one. Alright, man, congrats. King of the hill. King of the bit hill. Well, the Blade Master, as we oftentimes see, same for Fly yesterday, decides to go for the middle, for the Apprentices and the Rogue. Which is the normal thing to do for him, claiming the items here. First he was a little unlucky with the Ring of Protection, but that's about it. Tier 2 tech on the way with the 1 burrow tech guy, I guess. Yeah, pretty sure he's going for more grunts now. But Archmage is uncontested so far, and I don't know if you really want that. The laboratory, not the laboratory, the mercenary camp, still have to get used to LB. The laboratory is fairly easy-ish to creep, but Lin sent out a grunt. So he's checking for that one. Sees, okay, you didn't do that yet. That means you're not level 3. That means you're also quite a bit ahead, or away from level 3. No staff but boots to be able to run away from the Blade Master, who should be coming in soon. Here we go. With claws. Not the best inventory, but +8 is nice. Archmage on the other side, with Ring of Protection, keeps that one. So the swipes of the blade don't hurt him too much. And okay, he's not going for the mercenary camp, but for the trolls, which is understandable, since it's 3 times medium armor against normal damage. Fairly easy to take out, but the Blade Master is aiming for the renegade. Not that easy with frost armor, but with a berserker, with a grunt, I mean, taking out a spot off Sok's side of the map, getting him level 2. But this is level 3. If he is finishing this, which he's not, interestingly. And tier 2 tech for Lin is done. We have seen a few harassing wyverns, especially from Fly yesterday. There's a greater healing potion on the Blade Master, which is nice. He's falling behind in experience, But at the moment, he prevented level 3 before the tier 2 is finishing. Also a lumber mill here, which is nice. We oftentimes see that now, so it's still, if he's going for a tower rush, this is a little late. Or tower push, whatever. Lodge over Bestiary, but the Shadow Hunter, and that is exactly... not really exactly what I wanted to see. Lightning Shield is still missing. But what a timing. Killing the Lodge, there's still plenty of lumber for Lyn to work with, and that's what I wanted to see. Lightning Shield on the Water Elemental, here we go. This is so much damage, but it was... we didn't take a look at the duration of that Water Elemental, so it's okay, I guess. First Sanctum, Mountain King second. So okay, with the lumber mill being late, no Beast Master push, even if he delayed the tier 2 production. He's still going for the late game and not rushing. That means Lyn has some time to creep up his second tier, which is the Shadow Hunter, obviously. And his double Sanctum, of course. If you haven't seen that before, he kind of needs a shop. And a tower is coming against the Wyvern, but if he's deciding to go for a Wyvern, this one is super late, and Sock will be prepared for that. Plus he has level 2 with Water Elementals, and level 2 Water Elementals. Quite easy for them to take on Wyvern. So despite all the statistics, despite Lyn having a great year and being the big favorite, Sock's early game is better. Oh, Claws of Attack plus 9 though. Okay. That's a lot of damage. Shadow Hunter has some time to creep up as well. Tome of Agility plus 2, that's even more damage for the blade. And it's added to the critical strike calculation. He has to be careful though. Okay. Lyn can do this. Lyn can handle this. And it's a Book of the Dead. We will have priests. Maybe we even have the spell.
A town is under siege.
But that... in the right position can be horrible for Sock. If he's summoning the Book of the Dead into the casters, that's really nice. So good drop. Shadow Hunter level 2.5. With this creep spot being taken out, he's gonna be level 3. Lyn rising fast. Scourge Bone Chimes is an item for the shop here, as there's not gonna be melee damage once the footmen are exchanged for breakers. I mean, only for the Mountain King. You don't keep that item.
A player's forces are under
43 supply for the human. Lyn is scouting, but he's so far away from the actual stuff that's happening. Militia running back. Well protected Mountain King at the moment though, with Ring of Protection, with his Scourge Bone Chimes, and he's also feeding the entire experience to a second hero, just like the Orc does. But the usage of this item will be key.
forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Expansion by Lyn. Okay, he scouts it and he tears it down. It was about 60%, but Water Elementals are just too strong. He still has this one lightning shield. Finally, the Blade Master is able to find the army. So at least he knows, okay, I have to retreat. We have a flute, which is decent dish for the walkers, but since he's not going Wyvern, this will also be one for the shop. We have Sorcerer's Adept upgrade and Breakers, so no Priest upgrade yet. If he only knew about the Book of the Dead. That would be the easiest counter, obviously. Reveal being used to look for the Blade Master, he's not there. Invo Potion, nice. Even more protection for the heroes. On the other side, big healing and big invul. But I guess with the nerf of Stormbolt and the rise of Clap that we see nowadays, those items won't be that big for him. I mean, it's always good to get rid of Slow. And dodge a Stormbolt, maybe. But it's not gonna be too much hero new. Shadow Hunter close to 4. He's also getting a mana potion. I like these early mana potions from Lyn. He plays it in almost every matchup, especially versus Night Elf with his TC. Once he's level 3 or so, you can see the mana potions for him. Breakers. More and more breakers. Sock is breaking upkeep. No expansion on either side with the cancellation that we've seen in the north. But no Archmage leveling, no, not close to 4. This source is gonna die quite easily. How many raiders do we have? 2. And a Berserker. That's his damage, apart from the Blade Master, of course, and apart from the Book of the Dead. Heal Scroll and Invo Potion. So the heroes are safe. Plus Invis, which is finished. And a lot of slow. 4 Sorks, 300 mana. That's good. Dispel upgrade coming now. And once this is finished, the Book of the Dead is useless. In a perfect world for Sork, he uses the Book of the Dead and then Dispel is finished, so he can dispel it easily. Clap coming in, everything is slowed and a little bit hurt, and the Book of the Dead is rendered useless at this very moment. But Lyn will check for that. Another clap. Good area of effect damage. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter. Blade Master's dropping fairly low. There's not much mana on the Mountain King, but also he has a mana potion for a Stormbolt if he needs one. Heal potion not being used, but the heal wave is saving him there. 2 raiders fall. There's no control in Lyn's army anymore, but a glorious heal wave again. Militia support is there. Another clapper. What a range this is on level 2 once again. The caster shots hit them, and the next raider is falling. Oh boy, this is not looking good for Lyn. I think he has a big supply lead. And it's still the mana push. Okay, maybe it's way better than I thought. But it's only walkers and grunts. The casters should be able to deal with him, but there's also no mana on the Archmage anymore. He used all the mana on his Mountain King. Good position, though, to intercept these casters. Another 3 supply gone. And now it's an Orc with only grunts. He's basically back to the early game. But this is a lot of experience for Lyn, raising up to level 4. All the peasants gone. 47 supply for him. What? Oh, the casters. Can he somehow reach them? It's not too much for Sork. Close to level 4 MK. Was it a mistake to not focus the Blade Master? I don't think so, because there was still the 2 potions. So he was quite untouchable. Invis. But they were revealed. So, all the 3 casters dead. He's looking for another one. Oh, man. Nice cleaning by Lyn here. With those 3 Sorks, I think he's in a decent position. Without them, he's at 32 supply only. Despite losing the Raiders fairly early in this game, Invo Potion still on the heroes. So Sork had a decent early, but the first fight was Lyn's to take, and he's expanding behind it. And with what does the human want to break this? There's only magic damage. There's a tiny bit of normal damage. And he's not going for mortar teams at all. So what's your plan against this expo? I don't know. Arc of Reincarnation here. No Book of the Dead. Which Lyn still has, by the way. Blade Master is a beast. Trifecta and then some. And again a mana potion. Or is it still the same? It might be still the same. Sork has to lick his wounds, and this is Lyn. Grinding gold. Jumping up to 70 supply, and still able to get some items. The favorite is back! After the fights. Mountain King comes in with a clap here. Book of the Dead summoned! Will it be dispelled by the priest? They do have enough mana. Not going for it yet, so he's fighting it so far. Water Elemental out of position, that one gets dispelled. It's of course a lot of experience as well, this entire Book of the Dead. Level 4 Archmage and level 4 Mountain King, so a lot of mana regen now with the Brilliance Aura too. With that, maybe it's time for Blizzard to make up for the damage. That would also be a good solution against this expansion. But of course, with Hex and Ensnare, fairly hard to work with compared to the usage against Night Elf, for example, or even Undead.
A town is under siege.
3 Invo Potions here. A bit of scouting. Sork is back at 50 supply, but it's 66 for Lyn. Was a bit of a resource waste to use that Book of the Dead, in my opinion. But okay, there's Blizzard. Still floating in 600 gold. Now breaking upkeep. More breakers. He needs a big blocker line. He has 7. 7 is okay. Not too many casters behind that.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dual heal scroll on the orc. Because he's expecting that. Because he's expecting the area of effect. And the best solution against area of effect is, of course, the heal scroll. Not a single one on Sock, but he's prepared for focus fire. I guess we will see 1 or 2 wyvern soonish. Is he going for another burrow? Yes, he is. Not forgetting about that one. Because if he goes for more melee, everything blocks each other. And having a wyvern is never wrong. This is such an uphill battle for Sock. But can the AoE turn this around? Clap and Blizzard was nice. Forced the first Hex. Retreating into the backline now. 2 Spellbreakers being caught there though. 6 supply. He's going heavily for the Raiders. Oh my god. Clap Blizzard again. Stormbolt finishes the one off, but the Shadow Hunter is there to heal against it. First heal scroll being used. The second one is still up for grabs. Mountain King now with a long awaited lightning shield. Going for Blizzard in Clap again. Blade Master. There is another healing, but the mana potion is gone, so you can see how effective this area of effect is. The Ensnares are flying now, but there's still so much mana to work with. Blade Master's going for the casters in the backline, now changing it up for the Archmage. There's an Hex. Oh, no, there's not. Invo Potion before, Invo Potion on the Blade Master as well, so he can dodge the Blizzard. Blocker line not really established, and Lin has a 4 units around and forces Sock into another town portal when the fight was decent, but I think it's also the right timing for Sock to evacuate out of this, because he has to lick his wounds, he has to use a regen scroll to get everything back up, because otherwise there would have been a big downward spiral for him if he loses all his breakers. So, he's standing at 54 supply. The Expo is still working against him. 65 on Lin's side. Close to a level 5 Shadow Hunter. Blade Master still strong, but a lot of consumables are gone. Did he use the second heal scroll? Yes, he did. So, that and some involts. And so important for Lin, for Sock to get this invul potion from the shop as the Blade Master was about to steal it. He's moving forward again. Clarity being cancelled, but that's alright. Healing being cancelled, that hurts a little. Sock has no resources for units because he invested everything into items. So many walkers, man. And a lot of dispel on them as well. 6 walkers. This will maybe infinite Spirit Link. Invis again, but it was daytime. I think Lin saw it. Yes, dusts against it. Nice. Can he protect the Archmage at this position? Blizzard raining, but instant Ensnare. That's how it's supposed to be. The clap, a little late for that. Blade Master's only aiming for the Archmage, but he's out of the fight for now. Just standing there in Windwalk, so Hex comes in, and he needs healing on the Mountain King. He can't fight like this. Archmage is a little lucky not to get blocked there. He needs to fight on the bridge. Where are all the breakers gone? It's just 4 remaining. No reinforcements coming from his base. It's only damage over time. Clap again. Blizzard Hex lasts a while. Here we go. Where are the Ensnares? Hex again. Oh my god, the Shadow Hunter is using so much mana against this. The Mountain King though has an Ankh, but he dies for the first time. Still no Ensnares. He has to use another Hex. The Clarity is running, and there is a mana potion from the shop. This shop positioning, so important for Lin to win this fight. And now, it's still not too much melee anymore. Blade Master is basically all the damage. And this position is okay. He can't really flank, because then, like, he shows his side. Sock is holding on well for the big supply gap there is. Another Hex. How much mana did he recover in this fight that he can constantly spam Hex and heal the units? Level 5 for him now. But the mana potion has been used again. Archmage though in trouble. He has no Invo Potion anymore and no TP. And there he dies. And that is Lin claiming the first game for him. Well played with a big endurance. Good comeback in the mid game. where Sok clearly lost that fight after a decent early game. And then, like, fighting against the 15 supply advantage when your opponent is Lin, that is basically mission impossible, man. We all know that. But Sok had a decent showing. So we'll see if he has a better chance on the second map. That is his choosing. Thank you, Jack Owned, for the 13-month resub. There is a 1-0 lead for for TH against Romantic, and So-In defeats Free 2-0. So So-In's GCS dream still alive. And thank you for the Liquipedia coverage that we have here now. TH is playing Orc against Romantic. Nice, with Farseer TC. Against Tier 3 Human. Okay. When he lost those 3 swords and allowed Lin to get the expo, it became almost impossible. Yep, that's true. Tinker third for TH. As an orc? Nice. Or now. Okay, maybe in the second game or something. I don't know. This might be our last game of the day if Lin wins this one, and then Sok will... Ooh, which game is this? Oh. I go for Lin. Thanks. Like, if Sok loses this, he's basically benched and has to hope for bad results of Lawlight and Shimiko. He was leading, or he had more points than them for such a long time, and they may be able to intercept him right before the finish line. Twisted Meadows it is. We have seen a million tower rushes on this map. We've also seen the so important Lin creep on this map. Should be interesting, and it's maybe the best Farseer map. Where do you see the points? Here, mate. Change rattle, game starts, Twisted Meadows. Game 2 between Lin and Sok. Will it be his Saint Sword? Or will he make Rotterdam happy and decides to go for a Farseer? We'll see about that. Sok in blue. Close position. Lin in his starting position, so to speak. Where he made the laboratory creep famous. TD is asking for a buck. I don't really know what's up. Seems like there is a bug, but I don't know what it is. Do you see something? Maybe it was just one observer or so. Would like to understand them now. So, since Sok is going for the laboratory, Lin should have plenty of time to go for the rock golem here at his own laboratory. And then it comes down to who gets the better item. Is there a Tome of Experience? And yeah, it is the Blade Master here. It's gonna be interesting. Both are going for the labs. 1,500 viewers, by the way. Thank you all for tuning in. On a Friday, which is almost a bad day for Warcraft. For whatever reason, the numbers on Thursday are always better than the numbers on Friday. Like, I have no idea why. But, here we go. Mass Militia being used. This has been done by humans for years and years and years. And a Tome of Experience would be the dream. What is it? Tome of Agility and the Lion Horn. Worst possible outcome for Sock. What does Lin get? It's not fucking it up. The creeps are moving back. The burrow helps in the attack. Of course, he has to stop the attack at some point to not deny this. Mudgy is a little aggressive here. Ooh, that footman came in. But okay, Belt of Giant Strength also not the best one. Tier 2 is on the way. And Sock has good experience, but not the best one. No Tome of Experience, no Robe of the Magi, no Sobi Mask, no Flute. There could have been way better outcomes from this creep camp for him.
A player's forces are under attack.
Warmel. Certainly expecting a tower push at tier 2. Therefore, he wants to be able to go for headhunters, wants to be able to go for catapults, wants to be able to counter tower, I guess. Boots and dust, obviously. It's an easy trade that you take all the time. Can he deny the level 3 Archmage so far? What is Sock doing with his footman here? I don't really understand. I mean, evasion creeping with Archmage, fine and good. Going for the little green ones, it's the same what the Blade Master's doing, hoping to find the Archmage. But I mean, tier 2 is around the corner. There is a lumber mill, more militia. Okay, he's creeping this one, but ooh. Blade Master is scouting this a little too early. So okay, now this makes sense, and this is really cool because I didn't really expect it. It's the beginning of tier 2. Sock is in his base, trying to aim for the burrows here to keep him supply stuck. He can't prevent the second hero, therefore he's a little too late, but he can prevent the first raider and walker, so that's good. Ooh, that was just a split second too late. Otherwise, he couldn't have started the Shadow Hunter. But he accomplished something, and he's creeping at the same time, not losing anything. And that is his level 3 Archmage. Sock's playing this well so far, getting a Ring of Protection, which is good against the Blade Master. And I think he's gathering around the tavern to get the hero here, but still tier 2, it's a fairly slow tech. He bought time though with this. Time where you can produce raiders, time where you can produce walkers. And of course it costs lumber that you need for the bestiary and the lodge. But the Shadow Hunter is out, that's the most important
town
thing.
Is under player's forces are under attack.
Archmage being hexed, but it's only 2 grunts, so 4 units around is very unlikely. He's doing good damage though with Speed Scroll, and actually another hex. Is there one more? Then it could be the kill actually. He's forcing the town portal, really. But in the main base, the footmen and the water elementals, he's killing a second burrow. Very, well, I don't want to say effective play by Sock because he lost the TP and is losing some units here and there. But he's not feeding too hard. And he's delaying these units by so much. And with his tech being so late, he's going for Mountain King? Why? He's in such a good position. Well, the Archmage being trapped is of course not the best thing.
A player's forces are under attack.
What is bad about the Mountain King? The Mountain King, you have to produce him in the altar. So usually, if you throw your opponent back like this, you want to tower, because the raiders are late, the walkers are late, and defending a tower push with only 3 grunts and the heroes is really hard. And then you usually, like, the human usually goes for a beastmaster here, maybe alchemist, something like that, and he should be very strong with the first casters. But since the Mountain King is coming from the altar, it takes a lot more time than a beastmaster, and this gives Lin more time to go for his units. See, he has a free supply now. He goes for upgrades, he goes for raiders. But yeah, the Archmage being trapped in the base, that was pretty bad actually. The Mountain King is way better late game though. With the new clap. Oh, Stormbolt, the heal wave was nice. Here comes a Zeppelin drop. Lin certainly didn't expect that. Haven't seen that drop on this position almost ever. Can the Mountain King reach for another bolt? No, he can't. There's plenty of mana on the Blade Master, so he can't focus this one. Trying to go for the Berserker because the Footmen do the most damage to him. And there's not too much anti. I mean, there is Ensnare soon to work against it, but I think he can cause a lot of trouble. With it's another Stormbolt, that is an empty Mountain King, and I think he denied him actually. So yeah, a little more European style that Sog plays. He's losing Footmen. You could argue that Footmen are disposable anyway, but having them as a meat shield in the early attacks is really good. Raider upgrade. And he has already 2. Good level 3 Blade Master. What he lacks is the level 3 Shadow Hunter. But Sok lost so much time thanks to the Force Town Portal and the Panic TP. Boots of Quel'Thalas. Okay, before he had a lot of tanky items with +9 strength and a lot of armor. Now this is where the damage comes in. Masters coming in for the steal. That would be so huge. Nope, Mountain King gets it. Booth of Quel'Thalas as well. Imagine the Blade Master gets this item as well. Okay, he was slot starved, but okay. Shadow Hunter got fat by creeps. Has his level 3 now. Sok is falling further and further behind, despite the 2 big burrow kills. Lin is playing this very well. Zeppelin is scouting, getting ensnared, getting most likely killed. So he can't go for sneaky drops anymore. Can't save his units. With that. MK3 for clap is the goal. Doesn't get it here. Ring of Regen is nice-ish. Lin knows where he is now, and he sees the army. He sees, okay, only 1 Spellbreaker, I don't have to worry about too much. Blade Master's in the base, dropping with the Zeppelin. Lin returns the favor of Sok, and there's no tower here. There's no tower, there's no disable, there's no army, there's no storm, there's nothing. And he can easily escape with the Zeppelin. Stealing some mining time. Tomb of Retraining super early for Sok. So he wants to go for the very early area of effect as he sees that the water elementals are not that effective anymore. Okay, there we have Blizzard. With that kill he gets level 3. So Blizzard Clap is what he has now. Still only 2 breakers, and that means of course that Spirit Link is still very effective, since you can't steal all of it. Nice of Sok to position a Water Elemental here, but Lin will see that this expires soon. But we have a magic damage supported push in this main base. How many of those burrows can he kill? Lin is about to break upkeep. This is a superb timing for him. Clap and Blizzard. He's wiping out almost the entire peon line plus a burrow with this. It's an all-out base race. But should you base race versus Orc? I guess if you have Clap and Blizzard, that is an option. He's hitting 3 of the burrows at the same time, getting rid of the 4th one here as well. So Lin will be supply stuck forever. But on what cost? On the cost of his entire economy. Did he kill the burrows? 2, 3. Okay, he got 3. That's good. What? The Clap here saving, like getting everything, but the Archmage is in the middle of the entire army. He's aiming for the key, but is it overcommitment? No repair anymore. He has to use the Blizzard. This is not good. Shadowhunter TP's out, but Lin calculates it well and kills it off. GG, Sok is out. Lin, pretty sure, qualified for Shanghai with that. And Sok has to pray to the Warcraft gods that his former roommates, Lawliot and Chimiko, will not get any more points from this race, because otherwise he is eliminated from GCS Summer 2018. Couldn't create an upset here. Very weak performance against WFZ, and he couldn't hold on to Lin. I mean, strong opponents, but especially the game against WFZ, I expected a lot more from him. This means that it's a pretty good day for Fly today, as Colorful dropped out. He gets 2 points. Overcoming Colorful, even catching up a bit to TBC, or actually getting the same points as TBC. So I think we have our Chinese representatives, right, for GCS. It should be Infi, Life, 120, Romantic TH, TBC, WFZ, and Fly, if I'm not heavily mistaken here. And let's see if we have new results from the other group. I think TH won against Romantic or something. Let's see. Site is not loading for me. Maybe Liquipedia has some updates. Oh, 1-1. Interesting. Good job, Romantic. Ah, that was the Tinker third game, I see. So, in my opinion, we found the 8 Chinese players here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, with Colorful dropping and Fly advancing. So, in the playoffs, it's all about the Korean players. It's all about Lawliot, Chimiko, and Lin, how well they perform. Will they still, will they be able to kick out Sok both, or will Sok go, or will we go into a tiebreak? Well, I can show it to you. Restream. Wait, why is this not working? There we go. This is the standing, with the results of yesterday included. So, the guys with this color, they were qualified already. Now Lin gets 2 additional points. He's up at 19. Should be very, very safe. He is safe, actually. Yeah, with Sok dropping out. And even if... Oh, no. If Chimiko and Lawliot... No. Lin is safe. Lin is qualified. He has 19 points. Even if Chimiko and Lawliot win first and second place, it's 25 points and 20. Then Lin drops a little lower, and then Sok is out of that race. If I'm not mistaken. Yes. For the Chinese, Infi, Life, and 120 were already qualified before. Romantic and TH look fine with 16 points. TBC has 1 point from yesterday. WFZ gets 2 points. And Fly gets 2 points. So Fly has 15 now, overcoming Colorful. And there's no other Chinese player here still in the race. So yeah, that are our 8 players from China. Infi, Life, 120, Romantic, TH, TBC, WFZ, and Fly 100%. So the question is, Chimiko, Lawliot, or Sock? And that question will be answered tomorrow and Sunday when we continue with this May race, when we have the playoffs, day 1 tomorrow, with, at the moment, qualified WFZ and Lin, Fly and Chimiko, Lawlight and Infi, and most likely TH and some other guy. Or like 2 out of 3 from TH, Romantic, and so in. So, very, very promising. Lots of orcs once again. 1 undead, 1 night elf. Actually, really, only 1 night elf. That's pretty sick. Could be 3 humans, 4 humans. But yeah, Remo's gonna be with me 2 days in a row. On Sunday we have Rust Brain Cup qualifier as well. So plenty of content. Add back to Warcraft here. It was a pretty successful stream for me. Lots of support, especially in the early hours here of this stream. I hope you had fun. Wasn't my best casting today. But solo is always hard. And yeah, I'm not having the best time at the moment. From June 4 to June 10, we will be in Shanghai, covering the World Championships for you. That is the Gold Championship Series with $16,500 on the line, as far as I know. Maybe they raised it a little. And yeah, more players sign up for this. More and more players are qualified. Of course, we will follow Foggy Hawk and Hunter, our Western representatives, 2 from Europe, 1 from the Americas, and see how well they can compete with the Asian elite. My name is Neo. This was Back to Warcraft. If you like what you see, there's plenty of ways to support us. You can follow this channel. You can subscribe to our YouTube. You can follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All the links in the stream description. If you really like what we do, then feel free to subscribe via Amazon Prime or with your bucks, with your cash. Then you get replay packs in our Discord. We have Discord, of course, as well. You can throw us a donation or buy our merchandise or use our Amazon referral link. There's plenty of ways, and of course the more support there is, the more we can cast, and hopefully at some point go full-time with this thing. Oopsala. The only thing missing is the goodbye routine today, dedicated to Mr. Total Biscuit. Rest in peace, my man. You brought a lot of joy, content, and everything to this map, to this scene. Not only esports, but gaming in general. So, hope you feel better now and watch us from above, how people continue your legacy. See you tomorrow, 13 CEST again. We will do a rerun tonight at 7:30, so guys from work can catch up with this. Adios.